So, as you can see from the title, I thought, even though the blog already technically has a name, I thought maybe we could have the actual name of the video part of the blog as bedroom banta. And the reason I've come up with that is, if anyone has followed me on Twitter or Facebook in the last year or so knows I'm an absolutely huge horse riding addict, for want of a better word. And so there's actually a TV show on horse and country called Canter Banter. So bedroom banter, a bit of a chat as well. So there we go. That's all that explained. Last week earlier this week, whenever I last did one of these, said, would it be possible for me to describe a little bit as well? And sure, I'll give it a go. My room's actually not perfect and pristine today, simply because it's been raining all day outside, and not this will make any sense to any of my US friends, but there's a comedian here called Peter Kay, and it's that rain that soaks you through. Anyway, oh, it's spitting. So, don't do a very good Peter Kay impression, as everyone can tell. So, I'm sat in my room, and probably what you can see is me, hopefully, if I've got the camera right. I would hope so. I just adjusted it. And behind me is, you could probably see a white wall, and there is a I don't know what you guys call them in the US. We call them maidens or clothes horses. Basically a structure that you can hang wet clothes on to dry. As I said, we don't tend to use dryers a lot here in the UK, if we can help it, unless there's no other option, i.e. live in a flat or an apartment or whatever. So what my mum, because I still live at home with my parents, what they say, unfortunately, I say it's okay. So my mum insists on hanging washing outside, which is fine, because it does dry quite nicely in the summer, and we have the luxury that we don't have smog and things here where I live, living quite close to the countryside, and not living in a major city either. So the clothes dry quite nicely when we get sunny days. Unfortunately, there's a few and far between, even though we're in the middle of summer. Well, just started summer, I should say, but we're in the middle of June at any rate. So so you can see that behind me. There's a clock on the wall, but I'm not sure that's in view. It may be. It's a Playboy clock, because I'm into Playboy and not actually being, the magazine or anything. I'll put that straight. I'm talking more like your typical girly bunny things. I've got all the bunny stuff, from belly bars to slippers to pajamas to coat covers and clocks, obviously. So that's what I can tell you. I hope that helps you guys. So anyway, what's been happening this week? Well, Tuesday was riding day, and I managed to canter on the horse, which was an absolute feat for me, because I thought that would never happen a million years a year ago. In fact, I didn't think I'd ever get past beyond trotting, to be fair. So I actually achieved a canter and was really pleased with myself, and have been all week. Just hope that I don't lose it next week when I go riding again. I also got results through from uni. This is probably all news to some of you, but I had to withdraw from my uni last November, simply because finance, really. The university was in a scheme called a fee waiver scheme, so I wasn't paying tuition fees because I was on certain unemployment benefits. Well, incapacity, income support, whatever you want to call it. So that was a great help because I could get my degree and study. Unfortunately, because of the government cuts in Britain last October to tuition, they increased tuition. The university can't afford to continue the scheme, and so I was forced to withdraw. Unfortunately, I was really upset because I'd been doing so well in my course, and was really enjoying it as well. So that was really sad. However, this week I got my official results from the university, and because I'd completed some of the course that actually was a certificate, means that I was invited to the graduation ceremony to participate as a graduate, which I'm quite still in shock about that, to be honest, because I wasn't expecting it. But so that was today. I got that letter. I've got really mixed feelings about it. Oh, that's my clock. It's 8 o'clock here at night, so yeah. So I'm a bit. Even though I want to be excited, I can't get excited. Even though my mum said she'd go down, I don't know whether that'll happen. And I don't really want to go through a ton of disappointment. It's kind of one of those, I'd rather not venture there if I don't have to, just to get hurt and disappointed and sad about it. So I'll keep you updated on what happens there, but I can't see me going to the ceremony, sadly, as much as I'd quite like to, and think it'd be nice to feel like I've achieved something. I worked really hard and was really absolutely gutted when I had to withdraw, because I'd done so well in my first year, grades that a lot of first year students wouldn't achieve. And yeah, okay, people can argue that's probably because I had uni experience before anyway, but hey ho, these are how things go. So that was really quite exciting, but yeah, with a bit of a damper on it, I suppose. Went to a guide dog meeting yesterday for fundraising. I've been fundraising with them for a while, and yeah, that was an experience. But as well, I was quite frustrated yesterday morning. I got off the bus and he dropped off at a different place, and I've just started using this GPS navigation app on my iPhone called Ariadne GPS. So I thought I'd give it a spin yesterday as I was going into the city. My local city is Manchester. So I knew that he'd dropped us round the corner from where he would normally drop us, which was fine because I have a really good idea of that area anyway. So I knew the place that the organiser wanted us to meet was quite a difficult one for me to get to, and hadn't actually done the route with Bailey before independently, or even had my guide dog mobility instructor come out and do some route training with me. So I knew it was going to be tricky. So once I got the end of the huge main street in Manchester called Market Street, the main shopping area, I'd look on my iPhone but couldn't find the address for this particular Starbucks it was. And so I was like, oh well, I have a general idea. So anyway, Bailey and I wandered down that way. And a nice guy really helped me out and took me to the door, which I was really, really impressed by, and thanked him. And we had the meeting, which I'm not going to go into detail here what happened because it's not really appropriate. But when I was walking back through the Arndale, which is the main shopping mall here, I excuse me, I was there is where we walk through the doors, Bailey is really good. He will walk straight forward and find another Starbucks store. and then we'll kind of track back on ourselves and find the steps, which is how he's been taught by his GDMI to do it. And he just wouldn't find the steps. I was like, what is wrong with you today? This isn't like you. So I finally realised, after walking over a really strange surface, and seeing the people I'd just had the meeting with, and they told me there was an Andrex display area. And being me, was quite blunt and said, I thought it was a bit of a silly place to put it when people need to get to stairs and they're blocking any access for, a guide dog. So I got a free puppy, a big free cuddly puppy out of it. What upset me and saddened me was the girl handed me the puppy, quite patronisingly said, "It's got plastic on it, you could take that off." And I was like, thinking to myself, wow, if that is the impression that we are being given, that is kind of perceived by the general public about visual impairment, then by God, no wonder none of us, there's a large percentage of us without jobs. If we don't know there's a plastic covering over a cuddly toy, we don't know how to get it off, we must be absolute utter retards. I can laugh about it now, but it did quite upset me and piss me off yesterday. And I really must have to put a explicit tag on this blog post now. So that was yesterday. But then Bailey and I managed to get out of there with some assistance and went down to the Body Shop on our own, which is a huge ice smellies and bath place, kind of like Bath and Body Works in the US. So we took ourselves down there, and I was really proud of him because he remembered where the door was. And I don't think we've actually gone there independently of someone who can see before either. So that was quite cool because he had remembered. Mummy likes this shop. Whether it's just the smells and he wants to go and sniff, I don't know. The pretty smells, I have no idea. I was clear saying that he doesn't just go and stand there sniffing the shells. He's not sniffing in that respect. He just stands there going... it does smell very nice in there. So I made my purchase and came away and got home fine, but it kind of put a really damper on my day yesterday, and I don't think I was in the best mood to start off with, so it didn't really help. But yeah, there you go. So that's been my week, and most of the rest of the week's been okay. Just sinus trouble, battling with that. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know if there's anything else really to say. I've been reading a lot. We got some new apps yesterday. We did a pick show on the Accessibility podcast, which I take part in. So I better just not buy anything from the App Store for the next couple of weeks because my bank account's probably going to hate me. What else have I'm rereading Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer, part of the Twilight series at the moment, and I think I shall be either continue to read a book called Fifth Witness, which is like a crime book, or I might go on to reading The Horse Whisperer, which I've been dying to read for a while. Oh, and today I've bought a couple of magazines, and I'm going to see if anyone who's watched this has used this on the Mac, the Doco scan. I'm actually thinking I might download that and have a play with that and see if that works quite nicely for reading print articles, because there are a couple of horse magazines that I really want to get, with tips for riders and things like that. So yeah, that's been my week. And saying horses, I've got a horse necklace on, a silver one, with a cantering horse, like a 3D figure, around my neck, and I've got a horse t-shirt on today as well. So if you don't realise I like horses by now, then there is something seriously wrong. Anyway, I'm going to say peace out. Thanks for tuning in again. You must be mad if you're watching this one more